Hello friends, Intuitive Rene here, bringing you your weekly TarotScopes for the week 14 through to the 20th of September 2020. And today I am using this cute little tarot deck. It is called the Secret Tarot by Scorpio, and it is really quite a cute little deck. You know me, my TarotScopes. I love working with the little decks. To get the answers that we need. So I have shuffled and laid out the cards. So for those of you who are finding my TarotScopes for the first time, basically the way that this works is I have shuffled the cards. I have laid out one card for each sign of the zodiac, and we basically go through, try and give you inspiration, try and give you guidance. I try and do it in less than 60 seconds, but I have noticed over the last couple of weeks it's not so much 60 seconds anymore because I tend to talk a lot. But basically it's one card per zodiac for the week ahead to see what kind of energies you need to be aware of, what kind of energies you're working with, and what's happening for you in the world. Okay, if you look in the description of this video, if you're on YouTube or if you are on my blog, just scroll down a little bit and you will see the timestamps for each sign of the zodiac. So the timestamps are all there, so that if you are, for example, a Leo, you don't have to watch all of the other zodiacs before you get to yours. So whichever your zodiac is, you can use the timestamp to go straight to that. And then as a bonus, as an extra, if you hang around right till the end, once we have completed with Pisces, there will be a message for the collective. There will be a card drawn for everybody as an extra inspiration and extra guidance. And this week I am going to be using this awesome Flower of Life Oracle by Denise Jarvie. It is really a stunning deck. I love the Flower of Life symbol. I love the colors of this deck, and the messages are just absolutely awesome. So we are using the Secret Tarot mini version today to do our TarotScopes, and afterwards we will get a message from the Flower of Life. So friends, let's get straight into it. So we're going to start with Aries. Right, Aries, let's see if I can hold this that you can actually see the image. There we go. So Aries, we have Temperance as your card for the week ahead. Temperance is all about recognizing where you are, recognizing what you're doing, recognizing that sometimes you have to put energy into something. So she is all about finding balance. It's all about recognizing all the different things that you're focusing on and dealing with in life, not just putting all your effort into one area of your life, but recognizing all the different things that you're working with, all the different things that you're putting energy into, and making sure that you find the balance that you need through all of that. So Aries, for you for the week ahead, make sure that you're not doing one thing in excess. Make sure that you are finding balance in all areas of your life, and recognize that where you take energy from, you need to replace it with something as well. So within yourself, we're not talking about external, we're talking about within you at the moment. So for the week ahead, Aries, anytime you utilize energy, anytime you put energy into something, recognize that you have to be if you're taking something out, you've got to put something in. It's got to be equal exchange at all times. Okay, Aries. Right, so that's for you. Taurus, let's see what your week has in store for you. So Taurus, you for the week ahead, you have got the World. So the World is about coming full circle. Okay, the World is about attainment and achievement. It's about recognizing everything that you've accomplished. The World is about recognizing your own abilities, your own power, your own strength, that you have achieved so much in spite of the conditions and the circumstances and so forth. So Taurus, for you for the week ahead, it's about completing projects. Put your effort into completing. So if you've got lots of half projects or lots of little bits lying around, this is a good week to finish it. This is a good week to complete, to finish, and to put the full stop at the end of the sentence. Spend as much time as you can. No starting projects this week, Taurus. This is not a good week for starting projects. This is a good week for completing projects. So spend your time finishing off anything left lying around, anything that's incomplete, so that you complete that this week. Don't leave it until next week. Good. Right, Gemini, let's have a look at yours. So Gemini, for the week ahead, we have got the Five of Cups. Five of Cups, I always find such an interesting card. Okay, so there he is. He's far away from home. He's far away from his town. There he stands. He's taken his hat off, and generally gentlemen only take the hats off as a sign of respect or as a sign of emotion, okay? He's got 3 cups over here. He's looked at them, he's dealt with them, he's processed them, he's drunk them, he's done whatever he needed to do with those. They're now empty. And he's looking at that and going, well, okay, so I'm still thirsty. I still need something more, but home or town is so far away. What am I going to do? So he's pondering and he's thinking and he's processing all these other things that he needs to do. What he hasn't noticed and what he hasn't seen and what he hasn't acknowledged are these 2 others. So he's thinking that's it. He's thinking that's it. It's all finished and complete now, but he hasn't actually looked around him. He hasn't actually seen all the potential and all the opportunities that are there. So Gemini, for you this week, when you find yourself finished, when you find yourself dealing with things that seem to be incomplete, seem to be something missing, have a look around, because you're going to find that there's a lot more there. Before you start heading back to town, before you start starting that long journey, just make sure that you're recognizing what you're not seeing. It's right there under your nose, it's right there in front of you, but you're not seeing it. So look for all opportunities that are there for you. Gosh, my camera keeps going out of focus. Right, Cancer, let's see what we have in store for you this week. So Cancer, we have got the 2 of Wands. I love the 2 of Wands. So the 2 of Wands is about decision, okay? It's about pondering life. It's pondering decisions. He is sitting in a castle. He is looking out the castle window, so to speak. There are our 2 wands there, which are bringing about balance, bringing about duality. So he's looking out the window and he's thinking, well, do I stay or do I go? Am I happy and content here in the castle? Is this the life that I want for myself? Or am I wanting to go on an adventure? And I can almost assure you that adventure is where he wants to be. Adventure is where he wants to go. But he's looking up and he's weighing up his pros and his cons. He's looking at all his options. So Cancer, for you this week, it's a case of knowing that you're going to have a lot of decisions to make. And in order to make the right decision, you do need to investigate a little bit. You do need to look into the situation a little bit. You do need to, sorry, bump the camera there. You do need to be aware of actually what your options are. What is out there and what is in here? What are the pros and cons of going and what are the pros and cons of staying? Make sure that you look at, weigh up all your options before you make your decision this week. So this week is going to be a week of decisions, but it's more a week of the contemplation of that decision and deciding what is it that you want to do and how you're going to go about doing it. All right. Okie dokie, Cancer. Camera out of focus again. Right, Leo, let's have a look at you. What does your week have in store for you, Leo? Oh, Leo, we have got the 8 of Swords. So as you can see, 8 of Swords, she feels trapped, okay? She feels like she's caged in. She feels like she can't actually move. So these swords that are surrounding her. She has got a tiny little piece of cloth to cover herself with. It's not even doing a very good job. You can see how exposed her skin is. She's feeling very trapped and very caged and very, yeah, I don't know how else to say it, trapped and caged. But the reality is, I mean, if she just stands up, she could easily walk through this particular gap here or that gap over there. You know, she could easily just pull one of the swords out the ground and walk away. But it's really just her perception. It's really just what's happening in her mind. So Leo, for you this week, if you find yourself feeling a little bit anxious, if you find yourself feeling a little bit trapped, if you find yourself feeling like you don't know where to turn or you don't know what to do, recognize that it is your mind that's playing tricks on you. Recognize that your perception of the situation might not be completely true, might not be completely accurate, and give yourself the opportunity to look at the situation properly. Give yourself the opportunity to look at the situation realistically, and you may see opportunities that you maybe were blind to before. Okay, so Leo, you may find yourself a bit of an anxious week, a bit of a stressful week, but recognize that it's your perception and your mind that's making the situation a lot worse than it actually is. You're not as vulnerable as you think you are. Okie dokie. Let's have a look at Virgo. Virgo, what does your week have in store for you? Lovely. Virgo, you have got the 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is one of the nicest cards in the tarot because it's about union. It's about 2 people coming together for the same purpose and the same reason. It is most of the time it's about relationships. It's about an emotional connection, but it can also be work related. It can also be to do with finances. It can also to be anything in your life where you need somebody else significant to come into your life to make your life better, because that's what the 2 of Cups is about. The 2 of Cups is about recognizing that you are better with somebody than you are without somebody, okay? So the Two of Cups is about recognizing that you need to let somebody in order to have improvement, in order to have better, in order to have amazing. So Virgo, for you this week, don't try and do everything on your own. Recognize that you do need, you know, if you let somebody in, if you let somebody help you, you're going to achieve a lot more. So this week it's about connecting and having that relationship with somebody else. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, although it very well could be, but it could also be work related, it could be finance. So if you require something in your life and somebody offers it to you, say yes please and thank you. Good. Let us move on down to Libra. Libra, let's see what your week has in store for you. Okay, so Libra, you have got the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is what I like to call is the chaos card, okay? It's the card of everybody fighting everybody. It's the card of everybody trying to be the victor, everybody trying to succeed. In a case of, you know what, sometimes we have good intentions, because when there's chaos, when there's conflict like this, when there's fighting that's going on like this, sometimes you come along and you just want to make it better. Sometimes we want to help. Sometimes we want to just diffuse the situation a little bit. And actually what this card is saying to you is that you can't, okay? The only way to solve this particular chaos, the only way to solve this particular challenge is to just let them fight it out. So if you are the one involved in the fighting, Libra, if you are finding yourself being irritated and challenged and on the defensive and fighting everybody around you, you know, just recognize that it needs to happen and it will die itself out. There is nothing that we can do to change it. If you find that everybody around you is fighting and you want to be the fixer, you want to be the one that goes in and makes it better, don't. Libra, this week you can't. Libra, you need to recognize that sometimes we need to just get it off our chest. Sometimes we just need to get it out. And exhaustion will be the only reason that it comes to an end. There is nothing that you need to do. There's nothing that you can do to diffuse the situation. Just allow it to run its course, allow it to happen, and just know that it will figure itself out and sort itself out in time. So unfortunately for you, Libra, this week it is going to be a bit of a challenging one, but just, I almost want to say, just stand back and watch and observe. Don't get involved. Don't try and make it better. Okay. Awesome. Right, Scorpio, let's see what your week has for you. Scorpio, you have got the Eight of Wands. Lovely. So the Eight of Wands is what I call the movement card. Okay, as you can see, all of those wands, all of those sticks are already in motion. They are flying through the air. So changes are coming for you. Changes are definitely coming for you, but the changes are already started. They're already in effect. There's not much more that you can do at this stage. You've got to just allow it to go. Recognize that the changes are going to happen, and it's just really being patient. Okay, so Scorpio, I know patience is something you are really good at doing, but your patience will be rewarded, and you just need to be patient. You just need to hold out and just know that the changes will show themselves, will reveal themselves very, very soon. Good. Sagittarius, let's have a look and see. Oopsie, sorry, Capricorn, knocking you flying. Sagittarius, let's see what your week has in store for you. Sagittarius, you have got the Chariot card. The Chariot card is such an interesting one. It says to you that you are on progress, in progress. You are already have started your journey. You are already moving from A to B. You are partway through your journey, but it is telling you need to be focused. So here he has his two lions who are pulling his chariot. They are lying down. They're not moving, okay? He's standing in his chariot. He's looking around like he's all important. He's looking around like he's all significant. But has he noticed that he's not moving? Has he noticed that his lions have stopped? Has he noticed that there's no progress anymore? Probably not, because he's too busy looking around. So please, it's about being focused. So Sagittarius, for you this week, the Chariot card is telling you that you need, it's not about the starting point. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey itself. Yes, you do need to look around. Yes, you do need to take in the sights and the sounds, but you also need to be very focused on the journey itself. Okay, and we need to make sure that we haven't stopped. We need to make sure that our journey hasn't halted. We need to get it going again, and we need to remain focused on moving forward on our journey. All right, Sag. So that one is for you, telling you that you need to move forward in your journey. Capricorn, let's see what your week has in store for you. Capricorn, you have got the Strength card. So look at her. In her vulnerability, in her nakedness, she is able to tame the lion. And, you know, she is quite confident sitting on her lion there. She is quite confident. She's not afraid at all. So it's about digging deep. It's about finding your confidence. It's about finding your inner strength, about facing your fears, facing the thing that you fear the most and overcoming it and knowing that you are strong enough. It doesn't matter how small and petite you are. It doesn't matter how little you are. You can face and overcome the biggest of challenges. So this week it's about overcoming fears, Capricorn. This week is about overcoming fears, facing your fears and recognizing your own power, recognizing your own abilities and your own strength. Aquarius, let's see what's in store for you this week, Aquarius. Aquarius, you have got the Wheel of Fortune. I love it. The Wheel of Fortune, you know, the wheel just turns. There is nothing that stops the wheel from turning. So here we have these, I'm going to call them animals because they are animals, but here we have these animals who are trying everything that they can to stay on the wheel, but the wheel is just turning. You can see here is the arm. So, you know, if they grab the arm, they could maybe change its direction or slow it down or stop it completely. But they're trying so desperately to stay on the wheel. And as the wheel is turning, they're falling off and so on. The monkey sitting on top, he's managed to get himself a bit of a crossbar there, and he seems to be quite confident. But you know what? One thing is guaranteed is that that wheel's going to carry on turning, and then things will always look a little bit different. That is the other thing about the Wheel of Fortune, is that when you're sitting at the top center, your view is very different from when you are on the side coming down or when you're on the side going up. And also when you are at the bottom looking up. So recognize that the view changes all the time, the scenery changes all the time, and the only constant is the change. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune is telling you that the wheel is turning. It is also the karmic wheel. So if you've done good, you will receive good. If you've done bad, you will receive bad. So the karmic wheel is turning, and it's just a case of recognizing your position on the wheel and recognizing that nothing is constant. Everything is changing. So Aquarius, it's telling you that this is going to be a week of change, and every time you look, you're going to be in a different position, in a different location, and everything is going to look different. Awesome. Okay, Pisces, it is finally your turn. Let's see what your week has in store for you, Pisces. All right, Pisces, you have got the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups, there you are leaning up against the tree. You have, yes, you have, I want to say, drunk your fill from the 3 cups on the floor. And it didn't fulfill you. You're still feeling wanting. You're still feeling like there's not enough there. You've had your fill. You've had from them. They finished now, and you're left wanting. You're left wanting more. So it's all about daydreaming. It's also about, you know, wishing for something more, something different. Wishing for another cup. Wishing for maybe, instead of liquid, wanting an actual plate of food, whatever it may be. Okay. So the Four of Cups is about daydreaming. It's about being completely disinterested, and it's also about, here is a cloud that has randomly formed in front of us, and there is another cup being offered. Okay, but you are so daydreaming and so disinterested you haven't even noticed. So the Four of Cups is saying to you that it's important to notice the opportunities as they are presented to you. If you wait too long, if your eyes are closed for too much longer, you will miss the opportunity, because this magic that is right here in front of your nose will disappear faster than it arrived. So be open to opportunities, be open to possibilities that are presented to you. Grab them, take them, and enjoy them as much as you can. All right, friends. So that was our TarotScopes for the week. We're now going to do a message for the collective, and I'm going to be using the gorgeous Flower of Life Oracle because they really are amazing. So these cards, there is no guidebook with the deck. The cards have these beautiful nature scenes on them, beautiful pictures of flowers and forests and things like that, and then on the other side they have got the message. So I'm going to shuffle, and I know I always bump the camera because it is such an awkward angle, but I'm going to shuffle, and you can also then get to see and enjoy some of the pictures as I shuffle them. And I am clearly taking that card. I was just about to take a card, and clearly we're taking this one, and I think this card looks quite appropriate for us here in the Southern Hemisphere. We are going into autumn, and this looks like an autumn card. So let's have a look and see. We have the card of mystery. It says, the mystical, the mystery, the secret is what we call something when we are yet to understand it within us. Once you feel it, you have direct experience with it. Once you understand this, a realization gently moves through you. I am love, and love is the essence of everything. A new inward journey to feel and understand the fullness of you will reveal itself. When you feel this and talk to people who are yet to feel their own mystery, they will think you are delusional, a little mad. Because they can't see it, they will do whatever they can to talk you out of it. However, as you become practiced in your new truth of being, support and understanding will move into your life through other people who have rediscovered the truth themselves. How absolutely awesome is that? You may pause the screen and read it again and again and again, but I do think that is an awesome message. Friends, have an awesome week with love and blessings from my heart till yours. Until we meet again tomorrow, you take care.